Where does one begin to sum up 20 years of Bazzmatazz? I know you've all had a hard time trying to express yourself with your celebration videos and messages. So as the creator and owner, spare a thought for me. As I now try to deliver a speech on my business of 2 decades. Because yes, as much as Bazzmatazz is all of the things,
all of the time,
you're very good. It is still a business at the end of the day, even though it feels so much more than that. And a business that has gone through the toughest of times. So as I give it a go, I must stress that I shall be doing this without the help of AI. I don't need no bloody robot to write my speeches, thank you fucking very much. In the days before social media and AI, yes, Bazzmatazz is that old. My first ever class was on the 4th of July 2006. It was actually meant to start a week earlier, but I had the flu. Was it a sign? I remember thinking at the time, should I sack it off? I mean, not that I'm one for being dramatic at all. So those 11 people that were booked in simply had to wait. The day arrived, July the 4th, and I was so nervous. The irony that I had been a professional dancer, performer for many, many years. I even danced abroad, I lived in Spain, and 5 years previous was one of the winners of ITV's reality TV show, Red Hot Dance. But this felt different. And I couldn't quite put my finger on why. Vulnerability, maybe, which if anyone knows me, isn't my strongest suit. I created Bazzmatazz as a form of escapism for the women who I had talked to over the years, and I had talked to many. The general consensus was that they wanted to have a safe space to dance, to exercise, to be able to feel more like themselves instead of a wife or a mother or someone who simply picked up the kids from school, made tea and ran the Hoover around on the daily. They wanted to feel like someone special in a place that wasn't the, and I quote, boring gym, and a place where they weren't getting ogled by men. For me, completely different story. They wanted to feel like a child again. That child who used to dance in her bedroom in front of the mirror with a hairbrush, singing her heart out and dancing like no one was watching. That right there, that's what I wanted to create. Bazzmatazz, or as it was originally going to be called, Boogie Wonderland. Can you imagine? It had arrived, Craig. 11 people turned up. I felt sick as a dog with nerves. We danced to Madonna. At the end of the session, I didn't know what to say, so I put a peace sign to my eyes and said, "Stay fabulous!" Maybe then it was a little cringe, but it almost became like a superstition that I had to do. So I did it again the following week. And then I did that action and said those 2 words at the end of every single class, and have done for 2 entire decades. It became the Bazzmatazz mantra, blazoned across t-shirts, and most recently turned into a song, which I wrote for my debut album. Thank you very much. Before we continue, if you thought Bazzmail was long, brace yourselves. Life's too short to read Bazzmail. This was a genuine quote. Yes, Sarah would. And to be fair, this was when I used to email you all monthly. My God, they were long. They came with quizzes, polls, chapters from fictional stories I wrote. Ramon, my beauty therapist. It was a lot. Anywho, I digress. So where was I? Oh yes, 11 people showed up. By the second week, I had 2 full classes. 2 full classes, and after a few months, I was teaching in the region of about 9 classes a week. It went insane. Bazzmatazz was something new, fresh, and clearly was attracting a buzz. Every review said the same. It is more than just a dance class. However, I was harbouring a secret. I was so unhappy. On the outside, I was bubbly Baz, but the inside, I was massively overwhelmed by the business. By the end of 2007, 15 months after I started Bazzma, I had my own studio, and I was starting to wonder if I'd made the right decision. Starting a business, if anyone knows, is incredibly hard. And as I mentioned at the start, yes, Bazzma is all of the things.
All the time.
You're good. But it is still a business. I worried about the next wage, like I took a wage. I was worried about paying the rent, the council tax, business rates, all of the licenses.
All of the time.
The electricity bill. It was honestly the most adult I have ever felt. Luckily, I had the resilience and strength gifted to me from my mother, and so I powered on. I also had huge support from my amazing partner Drew, who was always there to tell me to keep on keeping on with his endless encouragement, and the amazing friendships from some incredible people. You know who you are. But listen, you know how this story ends, because here we are 20 years on. But my God, it has been an emotional roller coaster to say the least. But through it all, there has been one constant, and that constant is you. You are the beating heart of Bazzmatazz. There is no Bazzmatazz without you. You all say I am what makes Bazzma Bazzma. But let's be honest, without you all, I'm just a gay man standing alone in what is, in essence, a giant bedroom with posters on the wall, staring at myself into the biggest mirrors, listening to Kylie Minogue records. You have always been there, always had my back, and always stood by me. When the homophobic bully from downstairs marched into the studio shouting, "Oi, sausage jockey!" Not making it up. You were there. You had my back. You stood by me. When the world went into financial crisis and I had to put my prices up by 50p. It was a lot back then. You were there. You had my back. You stood by me. One of the dance classes started to open and Zumba became the hottest trend. Granted, a lot left. But for the majority, you were there, you had my back, you stood by me. When my back went and I ended up walking with a stick, you worked around and accommodated my new way of teaching. You were there. You had my back, quite literally. You stood by me. When the mill burnt down and Bazzmatazz was nearly destroyed in a fire, and we all had to dance amongst the water damage for a year, you didn't flinch. You were there. You had my back. You stood by me. When the world went into a global pandemic and I had to close the studio, you joined me online and danced with me week on week until we reopened properly 14 months later. You were there. You had my back. You stood by me. And when my world was turned upside down with a cancer diagnosis, your warm and kind messages were a lifeline. You were there, you had my back, you stood by me, and in 2 weeks, when I get my next checkup, I will have hit my 5-year survival milestone. I will be eternally grateful for all of your support, and I know Bazzmatazz has saved so many of you here today, but it has also saved me 1,000,000 times over. I am an incredibly private person, and when I lost some of the most important people in my life over the past 10 years, Bazzmatazz was there as a quiet escape. When I felt at my lowest, Bazzmatazz has been there to quietly lift my mood. But it wasn't Bazzmatazz, it was you. Because you are Bazzmatazz. Am I sometimes driven to despair? Absolutely. Absolutely. Have there been times when I wanted to throw in the towel? Absolutely. But have I had the most incredible 20 years? Absolutely. Do I know the future of Bazzmatazz? Absolutely not. I mentioned earlier about being unhappy when I first opened the studio because of how overwhelmed I found running a business. Is that the case now? Absolutely not. And hasn't been for a very, very long time, because once you stop worrying, everything becomes so much more enjoyable. You can't predict what life is going to throw at you. I am living and breathing proof of that. But what you can do is just live in the now. Take each day as it comes, surround yourself with joyous things, and know that life is precious. This isn't a dress rehearsal. And if it all ended tomorrow, I can honestly say I have had the time of my life, and that's because of every single person here. I moved down to West Yorkshire knowing just one single person, my partner Drew, of now 23 years. And in over 2 decades, I have gone on to meet so many incredible people, work with outstanding charities, organisations, teach in the region of over 3,000 women throughout Calderdale and beyond, and in the process have made some extraordinary lifelong friends. And honestly, that is the one thing I love to see at Bazzmatazz the most, other than dancing, of course, the thousands of routines, endless laughter, trillion steps, all the nicknames. It is the genuine friendships that you have all made. Each class is like their own unique dysfunctional family. The motherly, quiet mum, the bossy aunt, the cracker's cousin, and those naughty, unruly sisters. But underneath it all, like with every family, is always heart. Bazzmatazz has brought you together, and you will always be connected through that one thing, the love of dance. I am so proud of all I have achieved over the past 20 years, from performing hundreds of shows around West Yorkshire and beyond, getting the honour of switching on the local Christmas lights, hosting charity events and workshops, hello Blackpool Winter Gardens, and receiving a job role working for Kylie Minogue. Yes, that actually happened. To the many facets of my career now, Dame Shirley Bazzy. Hello, Mum's House. Hosting my weekly radio show, Bazzmatazz Express, writing and recording as Baz, the 46-year-old pop star. Working with the LGBTQ+ community as the creative director of Calderdale Pride, to helping families going through the toughest of times as a female celebrant. All of it is because of Bazzmatazz and the knock-on effect it has had. I know I'm not the best dancer in the world, or the best shut up! Or the best choreographer, or the best blah blah blah. But what I do possess is passion. When it comes to all of my job roles, I pride myself on delivering, or trying to deliver, the best that I can. I do actually always get told off from my mother when I say things like, I know I'm not the best at this, I'm not the best at that. So today, I'm not going to, because she will smash my face in. So I will say instead, with every fibre of my being, I am fucking fabulous. And happy bastard birthday, Bazzmatazz! Because 20 years is something to be so proud of, and I genuinely am. Thank you all for coming, and for everything each and every single person has done for me over the past 2 decades. It means more than anyone will ever know. And finally, without further ado, all that's left for me to say is, stay fabulous! Thank you so much.